stage?
6, 5, 4.
And we're live again. Hello. Hi, guys. Yes. 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 Question. How many cooties did I just get? A lot? Yeah.
Everyone, please welcome Katy Perry.
Hi, guys. How are you? Nice to see you. Wow. Online, where everything is real and true and perfect and in its most perfect form, the internet. They call me Lady Perry because sometimes I am late, and thank you so much. All of you that are watching online that have been like, where is she? I have a life too.
But you're here now.
I'm here now.
Katy Perry, everyone. Sit down, get comfortable.
Where do I sit? Here.
Here, right next to it.
Honestly,
There, what?
it takes me like 16 hours to look like this. I wake up looking like a potato.
Oh no, I saw you when you started your whole album live.
So I have
you
to
did not.
carve out all the holes to insert all those little plugs, you know what I'm saying? Like Mrs. Potato.
Well, you're a beautiful Mrs. Potato.
Thank you so much.
And
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy to have you here. I'm going to introduce this.
Okay.
I'm Shira Lazar.
Oh, we're on.
We are on. We are
This
going
is
right
live.
into it.
I've done a live stream before, but I know it doesn't look like I have.
Oh, you're a pro. I know you're a pro.
Okay,
you go
all right.
with it. So as you saw, we're with the Boys and Girls Club here, who are our special guests. I'm going to be chatting with Katy today. As you can see, we're doing it. We're taking your questions live.
This is real. It's happening.
It is real. This was not, rehearsed. I was rehearsed.
That's why it's so sloppy.
But I love it. No, it's real. It's honest.
Okay, yeah.
And we're still taking questions live.
Life is messy.
Exactly. No straight lines.
That's right. And perfection is boring.
Perfection's overrated. They're speaking my language.
Okay.
All right, so you still have a chance to ask your questions in the comments below, so don't forget. Now, Xfinity.
Where can I see that?
We're on Facebook.com/Xfinity.
Yes, but I want to see the comments, because if they're asking a couple questions, are they?
We're going to be taking them. I
On
have
there?
some
Oh,
that
I
have
can see
been
them behind
submitted,
me. Okay, good.
and then I have some that are coming in
Because
live.
sometimes the comments are super great, and then there's these things called trolls.
It's called moderation. We have moderators, so don't worry about it.
you.
So Xfinity and Katy, if you haven't already noticed, have partnered together on the U.S. tour, U.S. leg of the tour for Witness, right? That was pretty amazing.
Yes. So I have been collecting all of this footage, meaning I have been shooting with my friend Tim over here, who is the director, and we've just been as you do with your phone, just documenting your whole life.
Yeah.
And we do that, but we get the opportunity to go around the whole U.S., and now the whole world. We've just finished with South America and Asia.
Yeah, you just got back.
I don't even know where I'm at right
Where
now.
are you? This is real life.
I feel a little upside down because this is my third day in town, so I'm very jet lagged. It was a 17-hour flight. Have you ever been on a 17-hour flight? I thought I was just going to stay up in the sky forever. And I also was I just didn't know how to, my body was like, what's going on? But anyways, I am so blessed to be able to have that opportunity to fly around the world, to visit all these places around the U.S., to be able to sing and speak and witness, literally lock eye to eyeball, iris to iris, and to be able to connect and communicate with so many different people. And Xfinity has given me that opportunity, and I'm so blessed to be able to have them as partners, because they were like, yeah, just take this cool guy out on the road and catch everything, and we have so much footage, and then I don't know what's going to happen with it, but something always happens.
And we're going to be getting to that in just a bit.
That's
but
correct.
Are you ready for some fan questions? Are you guys ready?
That's what I'm doing today.
No, let's do it. This is from Brittany B, who asks, what is your routine before playing a show?
Brittany B.
Brittany B.
Okay, Brittany B. So my routine is, I'm a very girly girl, so I have lots of things that I like to put on, and like ointments and potions and lotions, but that's not really what gets me ready to be on stage.
Yeah.
But I will say there's a lot of different accoutrements that happen before. So I wake up, I sleep a lot. Actually, I love sleeping. Does anyone like sleeping?
Yes. Yes.
So 8 or 9 hours, I remember in the morning, like to wake me up would be like waking a sleeping dragon. Tamra, who I get to work with for almost 8 years now, she gets scared to continually wake me up. So I wake up, I have a little bit of breakfast. I do yoga. I love yoga. Has anyone ever tried yoga? It's super dope. It's super fun. You know why? For me, yoga is really fun because I wake up and, like, of course, I grab my phone and I'm like, oh my God, there's so much going on in the world, and, you know, all the things that are happening in Instagram and stuff like that. And so I start to, like, go really fast. And so yoga goes, stop. Get in this pose. You must focus. In order to reach this pose, you have to focus and be present. Mm-hmm. So it makes me be present again. Mm-hmm. So it brings me back to my center, which, you know, with all the different wonderful things that are going on, I have to keep centered and balanced, or else I'm just gonna explode.
Yeah, you gotta stay grounded, because life is crazy.
It's nuts!
I mean, come on.
It's nuck and futz. I can say that.
It's your live stream, so.
It's my live stream.
Let's move on to Steffi C's question.
But I wanted to just add, yes, so yoga, and then I eat really good breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I know your parents tell you this and you're rolling your eyes and like, when can I leave? Most important meal of the day. Yeah. I do like to do meditation.
Yes, I know this.
So I'm a really big meditator for 20 minutes in the morning. I like to play with my dog, of course. I do a lot of vocalizing. I use a steamer. And I get into hair and makeup, and that takes 17 hours. And then I get to meet people before the show. And then I all come together in a circle with everybody that is on the stage with me. And we kind of like talk about our day, how it's been, affirmations, and like what we want to achieve with this show, what kind of energy we want to bring and give, and what we're looking for from the audience. So, and then we go on there and we do that. Oh, what's that song? Left foot.
Oh.
Right foot.
What
Cha-cha-cha.
song is that? Oh, yeah.
So we do that. What is it called? Cha-cha slide. Cha-cha slide. Thank you so much. Cha-cha slide. We've just started this new routine where we do cha-cha slide before every show. And we put it on in the house, in the show, and like some people join them.
It gets you going.
Yeah, you got to warm up because the show is like not a sleeper.
No.
It's not a snooze fest.
And that's why at the end you want to have snack it up, because I see you snack.
Yes, I eat a lot.
Yeah.
I eat about 5 meals a day. Can't you tell? Small meals.
So we have so many questions.
Like a squirrel. If we go overtime, that's fine because they waited for me because I was late.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just say whatever my director says, whatever you say. Actually, you're the boss.
I don't have anything in my ear.
No, you know.
Okay.
So Steffi C asks, what's your favorite costume from the tour?
Ooh, well, I love all of them a lot because I got to create them with some really cool people. But I like this one that is gold. It makes me feel like I'm in Star Wars.
There are some.
Well, there's some, yeah. But when they get to the gold one, that one's pretty cool. That one's cool too, but I'm waiting for the gold one. That's all right.
Hopefully we have it.
I like it. That one's fun. That makes me feel like a fairy. There's the gold one.
Yes. What is that? What inspired?
I look like who's the character from Star Wars?
Yes.
Sorry?
CP3O.
Stop yelling. I have something to admit. I've never seen one Star Wars. No. Hide.
It's okay.
I also have something else to admit. I've never seen one Harry Potter. It's I know people are passing out, typing on the computer, like, what is going on?
Headlines.
Listen, I'm a completist, So I wasn't allowed to do the Harry Potter, first and foremost. We can talk about that later, but we don't need to talk about it. It's a bit traumatizing. And then Star Wars, there are so many of them right now, especially, that like I gotta be like strapped down to the couch with like tons of snacks, like all around me, and I have to watch them in order from like, take a whole day. So I haven't been sick, thank God, and I haven't had that day in my life.
Now you're gonna have people on Twitter.
Anyways,
Katy Perry needs to watch this.
I'm going to. It's a life goal. It's actually a bucket list.
Bucket list.
It's a super bucket list. It really is.
Hey, I think that's a pretty good bucket list, depending on what you're a fan of.
Thank you.
So, all right. We also have some questions from big fans at Xfinity.
Okay.
So Joanne V asks, what's one thing on your bucket list? This is funny. Timing. What's one thing on your bucket list that you would most like to either visit or do?
What?
That was not planned, by the way.
Yeah, right. Thanks, God.
We're in a flow.
Everything is synchronized. Man, what would I like to do? I would like to climb Mount Everest or Mount Kilimanjaro. I'd like to. I went scuba diving for the first time. Has anyone ever been scuba diving or snorkeling? Oh, it's so fantastic, right? It's so cool. And so I would like to become a certified scuba diver so I can go and dive some shipwrecks and search for Atlantis.
Whoa. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, mostly just like see amazing fish and also octopus, which are like really special and crazy. And I want to see those fish that light up like electric fish.
Yeah.
You know, they're kind of scary because I've been kind of fearful of the idea of them, but I've come to terms that I'm ready to meet them.
Okay, so oceanologist in the future, is that a word?
Well, oceanologist, I want to go back to school and become a theologist. I want to study anthropology and Egyptology.
Okay, so you have a lot to do.
Yeah.
But you have many years.
I'm only 33 and it's super young.
You've accomplished a lot.
I know, great. So I can do a lot more.
Exactly.
We can do anything we want, which is really exciting.
We can. Let's move on to this question from Mark C.
We can also move on to the next.
What's the funniest thing that happens on stage?
The funniest thing that happens on stage? Many things, because sometimes not everything goes well. Like for instance, one time I don't know, how big are these flamingos that I have on stage? They're like 20 plus, 25 feet, yeah. And they're these huge flamingos that come and dance around on my stage. There's a pair of them. And one of them fell on themselves and literally just ate crap on the stage and almost took one of my background singers down. And it was her first show, by the way. She's new and she's just joined us, and it was her first show, and you can see the video that one of our friends took, and it was like this far away from taking her down. Like the beak was like. So that was a funny thing. And then I'm glad nobody got hurt. Also, I fight with Left Shark a lot.
Who remembers Left Shark?
Who forgot Left Shark? Please leave.
Of course, yeah. That will last forever, by the way.
Nothing does, but I think it's really fun because sometimes I have to put him in a timeout because he steals my mic. And then sometimes I'll sing like a little bit of Celine Dion, like all by myself when I get really sad when he's in a timeout. And then we do this like slow motion kind of Dumb and Dumber, Jim Carrey, like, no, I love you. Like when we meet back, it's one of those things. It's really stupid.
Aww. A love relationship with Left Shark.
It's a love, yeah. I call him Tuna. He's a vegetarian.
Okay.
But it's just funny. Or not. I don't know. Nobody's laughing.
I'm giggling.
Sure. I think it's more of like an uncomfortable laugh.
It's the silent laugh.
Yeah, it's like, what's going on here?
No, I'm loving it. Trust me. I'm living my best life right now.
Great. Me too.
You're amazing. So many memorable moments from the tour.
I was in Indonesia like 72 hours ago. I have no idea where I'm at right now.
You are live on Facebook with Xfinity.
Oh, how many people are watching? When's a good time to jump on the couch? I'm just kidding.
I'm not going to direct you to do that.
I'm just kidding.
So you had a videographer that traveled around the world with you.
Tim!
Exactly. But first, before we go to Tim, we're going to check out some of those funny moments.
Oh.
Right now, let's take a look.
Oh, goodness. Did I prove this?
Who knows? And you can give us some commentary as we watch.
Okay.
Coming up.
I can just talk into the remote and go, play Katy Perry.
You're right. You're not allowed to use this.
It's still hanging out.
Turn it up.
Don't pause it.
I always want to eat junk food. I don't allow myself much. Besides all the late night ice cream that I like.
Can you get a large Papa John's pepperoni
Here
delivered?
I'm hosting the VMAs and I'm ordering in between breaks a large Papa John's pizza. I am burping in front of my fan.
What's up, Tim?
I'm wearing a bunch of feathers. I have maybe drank alcohol in that shot. Yeah, I'm a ninja. I'm a dancer. Not a professional dancer. We always celebrate everybody's birthday. We always get turned and a little lit. And we crashed the wedding. This is me crashing the wedding. Yes. And that's our holiday party.
Today.
And this is me smelling my floss, which I think everybody does and nobody admits it.
People do that, right? The worst thing I've eaten today would either be a pack of Doritos, like a small bag of Doritos. And let me tell you, those tiny ones they put in lunches, those have like 5 chips in it.
Oh yeah, I have a problem with Doritos. Those tiny lunch bags that give you 5 chips is a ripoff. I've always lived my life on a razor. And I use a razor scooter to go everywhere on tour. There. And I'm being inappropriate there. I'm also being inappropriate there. I'm at Disneyland being inappropriate. Still being inappropriate. Definitely inappropriate. And now the most inappropriate thing is right here. That's
That's amazing. Give it up now. Please welcome Tim Sekiguchi, the videographer for Katy's tour. Welcome.
Hey, yes.
Tim, you're so tan.
Were you just together?
Yeah, we hang out
Yeah.
all the time because he's capturing everything on tour. And we were just in Indonesia, and it's very, very warm there at the current moment. And we were actually able to go and visit the dragons, the Komodo dragons. So there's an island there that has Komodo dragons, literal Komodo dragons that are basically from prehistoric times. Like, they're not millions of years old, but like their ancestors. This is one of the oldest, dragons or
they're
reptiles.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, they're like crazier than alligators. So
Yeah.
we got to go and it was very warm and we were all outside getting either burnt or tan, and Tim got tan.
You both look great.
Slightly burnt.
Yeah. Oh my God, don't show them your back. He's literally
I'm peeling. I'm peeling, guys.
like a snake. It's disgusting. I would
okay,
like I would like to peel it later. I'm one of those people that likes to peel your friend's stuff. That's disgusting, and I'm one of you.
So Xfinity teamed you guys up for this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he followed your every move.
Yeah.
How did you
So
decide?
obsessed. Like, obsessed with me. Get a life.
So, and this resulted in these shorts, right?
Yeah.
So how did you decide what stories to tell? Because I'm sure you captured a lot.
Well, yeah. I guess it was just, based on like what we wanted to show. The making of, really, in the U.S., that was kind of the genesis of the tour, because I started the tour in September, and I'm touring until August, and we started in the USA. So we were really catching our bearings, and there were a lot of curveballs and variables in the USA that we were having to learn. Like, I didn't really have my footing until about show 25 or 30, and we did about, 50 plus?
50 plus, just in the U.S.
In the U.S. So I was like a little wobbly, I would say. I was just like, I was getting back into the mode of touring, which it can be really tiring because you're in a different city every single night, and you take lots of planes, you take lots of cars, and you get to meet a lot of people, but it's an output. It's an energy output. So you have to find time once again to, balance yourself and like a self-care and stuff
I think
like
that's
that.
so important. So Tim, how did you connect? Like, why you to be the videographer? What were you doing before? Were you just documenting?
He was doing this version.
Yeah.
No.
I was basically just traveling around on my own and making my own travel videos, but as well as making travel videos for like companies in Thailand, places here in the U.S. And a friend of a friend just hit me up one day and was just like, "Hey, you like to travel, right? And you can do all of this on the road. Like, how do you want to meet? Do you want to meet Katy Perry tomorrow?" I was like, "Sure."
Wait, I don't know. I gotta fit it in between this hair. This.
Yeah. But no, I mean, like I've been shooting stuff my entire life, and I'm just glad that it all.
Well, he's
worked out.
also a videographer and an editor, so he's kind of like a double threat.
Swiss Army knife.
Yes, he's a Swiss Army knife, and so he's very talented and able to really ebb and flow on the road, and give us information that we need in really quick time because we know that like the internet is so quick. It's just like whatever meme happened yesterday was like leave that yesterday. Don't bring it to today.
Yeah.
Because if you do, you're canceled.
It also helps that we like each other too. I mean, we still like each other, right? We've been on the road we've been in close quarters for the past like 6 weeks, so.
Well, and 6 months plus, yes.
6 months plus.
Yes, Tim has a great heart, and he also, has great intentions and wants to tell the same stories that I want to tell on the road, which is basically like, I just want to meet as many people and connect with them and make them feel seen, safe, and celebrated. Yeah.
I love that.
It's easy when like you live a life like Katy. Right, she lives it big and full and loves connecting with people. So I'm just there to document everything.
Yeah, so
it's sincere and like you have to love it, or else it would be tiring.
There's been times where I actually have not appreciated it as much as I do now, and in those times where I'm unappreciative, I learn hard lessons, and the universe serves me some information.
A karma sandwich.
A karma sandwich.
Hashtag karma sandwich.
Yeah.
That
was very good. I like that. Thank you so much.
We have a lot of questions from fans about a concert DVD. Ooh. So Nayaret G asks, when is the DVD coming out? Can we have bloopers in the DVD?
We can definitely have bloopers in the DVD.
I'm sorry. I am going to have final
Go
cut.
for it.
Thank you so much.
The awkward moment.
We already have a file that's a bloopers file. So.
Okay. So if that wasn't the bloopers, I don't know what the bloopers.
Well, that was not the bloopers. That's just
this
like
is the G-rated version.
What are they gonna see?
The G-rated version.
That's correct. Maybe PG.
Yeah.
We might be PG. Actually.
Okay.
We might get
Pushing the
crazy.
line.
What was it like to share all the experiences on tour with your fans in real time, which is like a whole other experience, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, I think this day and age, we all kind of accept that our phone is like another limb, and we use it to watch all of our programs. I mean, I think that it's great when you can actually watch it on a screen like this. I mean, how fun is it to watch something really fun on something big? But the truth of the matter is we're on our phones, and so people are just getting all the information that they need and want and desire within a snap of the fingers. And so, we have to keep up with that.
Yeah.
Or else we turn into grandma and grandpa, who I love. I love my grandma.
Yeah.
Please, I'm not dissing my grandma, but it does take them sometimes 10 minutes to text back, okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
Without even the emoji.
My parents actually keep up with me now, like based on my social feeds.
Oh, really?
Like, I don't even talk to them anymore.
Oh,
I mean,
that
I talk
sounds
to
really
them,
healthy.
But they're like, we haven't seen you for 2 weeks. We're like, but we've been following you,
Does any of your parents do that? Yeah. Oh, please do not lie.
Follow you through your social.
Okay, hold on.
You on your
I just need a raise of hands.
Yep.
How many of you are on Instagram? How many of you are on Snapchat?
Oh.
Do your parents follow you on Instagram? Yes. Do your parents follow you on Snapchat? We know that! That's the point of Snapchat! We're on to you.
This is becoming a focus group.
We're on to you.
So
your non-user-friendly social media.
So through, of course, your partnership with Xfinity, everyone can see all that behind-the-scenes footage, which is very cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to live on there for a long, long time, and you'll always be able to access it. And, we don't know what we're going to do with all this, and I think, the story of whatever we're capturing is still revealing itself. And we're just being patient and open to what that new next story is. Because, for me, like, I put out a documentary about 7 years ago, and some of you were still fetuses, or, you were too young or something, right? Well, get this. Check this fact. I read it on the internet. I do not know if it's true. You can try and figure out where I found it from. That would be great. I'd love to be fact-checked. Every 7 years, every one of your cells rejuvenates. So if every one of your cells rejuvenates every 7 years, that means every 7 years, you're a whole new body. You're a whole new system. Oh. I don't know if you're a whole new organ system, but I do know that it's been 7 years since I put out my last film. So maybe it's time for a whole new me.
Yes. How about that?
Was that a hard follow?
Whole new.
Tim,
Yes.
you've been amazing. Thank you for joining us today.
Okay.
No, not just always adding the evil thing. That doesn't make it.
No. It's an inquisitive. It's like to infinity and beyond. It's like, can we do this?
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's say thank you to Tim, who's been amazing.
Give it up for Tim. Yeah.
And we can check out all of the footage on Xfinity now. Thank you so much for being here.
We're not done answering questions.
No, there's more to come.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And there's no commercial breaks because this is a live stream.
No.
We could do like a pretend commercial break.
What do you want to?
What do we want to sell?
No.
Okay.
We could get into the improv thing, but I think they'll kill me. No. So
this pillow. I'm just kidding. This black pillow that says Xfinity for low price. No, I'm just kidding.
All right. For more than 15 years, Comcast NBC Universal has supported, this is actually very important, the Boys and Girls Club of America, focusing on digital literacy and technology skills. Now, this is something we want to continue talking about because you've also been supporting them.
I'm such a big believer in you guys. I'm such a big believer in the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, all over America, each and every one of them. And there are so many of them. So when I was starting to plan, there we are, hey girls. When I was starting to plan my tour, which I plan almost a year in advance of actually setting sail on my tour. So I always think about who can I partner with that will create the most change, most impact with whatever kind of spotlight I can give them, whatever kind of funds I can raise them through selling tickets. So, for instance, the last tour I did on Prismatic World Tour, I was able to raise over $1 million for UNICEF and $1 million for Staples for kids for education. So that was super fun because,
no, that's amazing.
Because for every ticket sold then, it was $1 that you would go. So you buy a Katy Perry ticket, and then you can actually feel somewhat, cool. It's like you're donating, you're doing a cool thing as well as having a great experience. So I wanted to continue that. And I was like, a lot had changed, a lot had shifted in our time. It was 2016, right? Mm-hmm. A lot had changed. There was a new president. There were a lot of opportunities, a lot of people talking, lots of noise going on. How can we help? How can we make a real difference? We can't just sit on our butts anymore. And I was thinking about all these different things, and then I landed back on something so tried and true, which was the Boys and Girls Club, because they have been around for over 100 years, 100+ years. I'm not even getting these statistics right. But what I do know is there was one right down the street from where I grew up in Santa Barbara. So it felt like returning back to home. And I knew, because I had been to the Boys and Girls Club, that this was a safe place for kids of all ages to come after school or, for an extended time, to be able to be in communion with their other kids, to hang out, to have fun, to play, to do their homework, to learn a new skill set, to get fed. And it's like it costs nothing, basically, for these kids and for their families. Yeah. And, your families are there and they are working hard for you to provide. Your parents are working so hard, and you get to go to a place that you feel safe and you feel like you have friends, and then you get to come to things like this too. So I really believe that the Boys and Girls Club is a tried and true organization that it's been around for so long that sometimes you forget that it's just literally right around the corner from you, and that you can volunteer and that you can help out in any way. So I did a incentive with my fans, which they're called the Katy Cats. Hi, guys.
Yeah.
And for America is basically I said, if you sign up to become a volunteer for Boys and Girls Club, you will have the opportunity to meet me and to have a ticket to the show. So there were people signing up, volunteering. I think there's a lot of people that are still volunteering and making that connection and inspiring a life. Like, you know, when someone comes and volunteers for Boys and Girls Club or becomes like a leader at the Boys and Girls Club, like they're giving and inspiring, but also the kids are inspiring them. I mean, I'm so inspired by all the kids all the time. Like, they reinvigorate me. They give me life. I learn from them, and they keep me with that childlike sensibility, with that childlike personality. Because, yes, on the outside, I am 33, correct? And when I was your age, I was like, that's way old. But
very young.
Literally, like, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you were? I would be 15. Okay? So, hey.
That is so cool. I love that. And we have some of those kids here today who have some questions for you. So let's get it started. Please say your name and your question.
Hi, my name is Dina, and I was wondering,
Queen.
what's your favorite snack to take with you on tour?
Yes, great answer. Great question, excuse me. Because I had the answer, I was like, Cooler Ranch Doritos, got it. I love snacks. I try and eat very healthy because food is fuel, and I have to be playing a 2-hour show. So I can't just eat all kinds of Cooler Ranch Doritos or nacho cheese Doritos. Sometimes I like those when I'm getting bored with Cooler Ranch Doritos. But I can't eat hot Cheetos anymore. Acid reflux, it hurts my throat. But I loved them. I know, poor me, right?
Life is hard.
Life is so hard. But you know what? I love just like regular snacks. Like Sour Patch are my favorite candies. And I like, Doritos sometimes. I'm a really big fan of In-N-Out Burger. And I'm so proud to be from California because In-N-Out Burger is from California. True. I have In-N-Out socks. So those are like I landed from being on a plane, you know, flying from Indonesia for like 17 hours. And the first thing I did for breakfast at 10 a.m. was had an In-N-Out Burger.
Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
They're like, yes, endorsement. All right, let's move on to the next
If they're
question.
looking for a mascot, please call.
Hi, I'm Andreas.
Hi, Andreas.
And I wanted to ask, what was your favorite part about visiting all the Boys and Girls Clubs?
Yes, my favorite part was them completely ignoring me. I'm just kidding. But the teenagers, like seriously, like they have their own lives, and I'm definitely not. I'm not cool to them. Fine, I'm just getting used to it. But really, actually, my favorite part was there was one girl that was there that wanted to show me her singing skills. And so when somebody, like, I don't know if anyone sings here and anyone has the guts.
Oh,
you do? Oh. Okay, well, if you want to do a little bit of singing, I'd love to hear it. Because when I was your age, like, if someone gave me the opportunity to sing in front of them, that's all I wanted. I just wanted the chance. And so I was there and I was listening and I was helping her, giving her like some advice maybe. And I loved hearing her sing. I loved that. That was one of my favorite moments. And then I loved going into the computer class and they were showing me like the coding that you're learning coding at Boys and Girls Club. That is dope. And I say that in a positive way. And you're learning like 3D graphics. Like, how cool is that? It's like the coolest thing. So a combination of those things and just like being able to like, you know, play basketball really badly and like, you know, stuff like that. It was really fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
thank you. All right.
Oh my gosh!
Uh-oh.
Hi, sister.
Hi, Queen. What's your name?
I'm Lovey.
Lovey?
Yeah.
Oh my God, love.
Thank you.
So are you going to give me a little?
I could.
I would love to.
Are we allowed to?
Okay.
What's the...
Okay, wait.
Are they publishing? What song are you singing? Because we might...
Okay, calm down, everyone. Preface. How young are you?
I'm 15.
Perfect. I'm 15.
Soul Sisters.
Soul Sisters. Lovely. You're a singer.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to be when you grow up?
It's a dream.
Well,
I wanna
make
be
it a
therapist,
reality.
But
Yeah, you can. You can do whatever you want. Do you want to sing a little?
yeah.
What are you going to sing?
Okay.
What are you going to sing?
I can't remember the name.
That's
I
okay.
just said it. Okay. Although it hurts, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. Oh, I know I'm probably much too late to try and apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know. Thank you.
That was amazing.
First of all, you are so brave. Like, I don't know if I could have done that at your age, but you're so brave, and you have so much incredible texture in your voice. Like, you really have an opportunity to grow that gift, and you should really focus on it. It's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So I have a question.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing about being on tour?
My favorite thing, well, I have a couple. I would like to say two. Well, the purpose of me being on tour is to be able to meet people like you. To be able to, it's one thing to be, on Spotify and to be listening to your favorite artists or to be watching them on Xfinity or something like that. That's great. But it feels disattached. It feels like they're not real. And so when you can actually witness a person in real life and you can connect with them, like, when you see a person and you stare at them, like you sync heartbeats. And I can sync a heartbeat with you. And that is super powerful. And you can feel like the same thing I'm feeling, like seen and just like, I exist, you exist, we exist together, and we can do anything we want. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the most important point of me going on tour is to bring hope, bring joy, like a big sing-along, where people can be free to sing and dance and be silly and goofy and not care what the world is thinking about them or the Instagram poses and perfection and all that boring stuff that the world imposes on us that we should be. And we can just finally be ourselves, which is the best version of ourselves. So that's first and foremost why I go on tour. And secondarily, I go on tour so I can learn. So I go on tour, I didn't really go to school. I finished high school because I didn't get to finish high school. It was my choice. I went to one semester of my freshman year of high school, but I am the thirstiest person for education. I say that in a very positive way. And I'm learning every step of the way. So every person I meet, I get to learn something interesting from. I go to all the museums. I go to Natural History Museum. I get to see animals. I'm just such a lover of the world. And all that stuff that I get to learn, then I get to share with so many people. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So many feels in this room.
I love it.
Move on to the next question.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
What's your name and what's your question?
My name is Charlotte, and my question for you
Yes, ma'am.
is what made you want to become a singer?
Ooh, that's a really good question. How young are you?
9.
Perfect. Because I was 9 years old when I first started singing. And that's a great question. I have an older sister and a younger brother, and I'm smack in the middle. So I don't know if anyone else here is a middle child. Okay, right. So let me just say I understand exactly how you feel. Sometimes you get the leftovers of everything. The older one gets all the attention and the responsibility, and the younger one is the baby, and they get all the attention and they get all the love. So what is left for us? So I had to be a little bit louder, a little bit crazier to get the attention. And that's they call it middle child syndrome. I don't think it's, who knows if it's actually real, but I felt it. And so out of wanting to get the attention of maybe my family, my friends and people, my sister, who's 2 years older, She went away one summer, and she learned how to sing. Not only did she learn how to sing, she came back with a perm. And she had a puff paint shirt. This was in the early 90s. You won't understand anything I'm saying. But I was so jealous. Puff paint shirt, perm, and she had a demo? Like, she's 11. This isn't fair. And so I might have mischievously taken her demo when she wasn't looking and started rehearsing with it. And I was rehearsing with it, really. It was like I was doing it all the time. And then one time on the way to church, I just popped in the cassette. You don't know what that is either. And do you know what a cassette is?
Just Google it.
Just Google it. Just Google it.
We're young, remember, we're young. 15 years old.
We're so young. Anyways, I'm so sorry. I digress, Charlotte. I popped in the streaming link into the minivan and I played the cassette for my mom, and I sang it. And she goes, "You should get some singing lessons." And I was like, I should get some singing lessons. And then from there on, I was singing in church. And then when I was 13, I picked up a guitar. If you want to be a singer, I would suggest pick up an instrument because it helps accompany you. And it's kind of like if you're a boat, you need, you need a steer. If you're a vehicle, you need a steer, right? So that would be the way you would steer really well, is by having an instrument. So that's why I wanted to be a singer. It was a combination of being highly competitive, and when I did sing, seeing how people's faces light up. So like it would make them happy, and I guess that's my purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you. One last question.
Hello.
Please stand up.
Hello, I'm
Whoa,
Mason.
you're very tall.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
How much spinach do you eat? It's just a joke.
Okay, my question is now...
What's your name?
Oh, Mason, sorry.
Hey, Mason.
So, why did you choose Boys and Girls Clubs as your charity for your tour?
Oh, great question. Well, first, I said that I believe in Boys and Girls Club so much, obviously. But you know what? I believe mostly that children are the thing. Children are the people that are actually going to change the world.
Of course.
I think that you guys, look what happened at Parkland. You guys have the power. You have such a voice. I don't care if you're 9 years old or if you're 7 years old. Are you 7? You're 11? I have no grasp on time, do I? I'm so sorry. Excuse me. You're very cool with your haircut, though. What's your name? Ryan. Nice to meet you. I'm Katie. But it doesn't matter how young you are, and sometimes you think that people aren't paying attention to you. People are paying attention to you, and you have a voice, and you can use it. And so I really believe that Boys and Girls Club is a safe place for kids to go so that they can kind of carve out those skills.
Yeah. And thank you guys for being here today. Give it up for our special guests at Boys and Girls Club for all their talents and their
so
questions
talented.
and good energy.
I don't know how to code. I'm going to go to Boys and Girls Club to learn how to code.
You're going to be like, I'm studying.
I'm studying, please. I'd like a snack, yes. I would like a snack.
So we do have some questions. Well,
Yes.
one question from Facebook Live right now. We only have time for one.
No, we don't. Who said that?
I've been told.
I'm the person that's here.
I know.
We could take a couple more.
Okay.
Maybe 3. How about 3?
Okay, there you go.
I like 3. Can we do 3 knock?
Yes.
Knock?
3. I got the thumbs
Michelle.
up.
Now. You get 0 questions.
No.
Okay, thanks. We're back.
Belenji asks, what do you do to take care of your voice after so many shows in a row?
Oh, great question. What do I do to take care of my voice? So I do a lot of different things. I don't drink a lot of coffee when I'm singing because caffeine is what they call acidic. And anything that's acidic doesn't work for your vocal cords. So that would mean some of my favorite things like pizza, coffee, tomato sauce for spaghetti bolognese. I know, forget it. It's like you can't even live. So, but I can't eat those things. And then I do a lot of steaming. Have you ever been in a steam room? So good for you. So it hydrates your vocal cords, and I do like a lot of like menthol type of things. And then, you know what really works? It's just like exercising. Your vocal cords, they look like this. They're like two cords that are together like this. And you just have to stretch them. So you have to warm up, and then sometimes you have to cool down. So a warm up looks like maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and a cool down is a 10 to 15 minutes. So you have to do that. I mean, it's like being an athlete. It's like no joke. I mean, rock and roll, you know, when rock and roll was like really rock and roll, it's like something I'm not even allowed to explain to you guys. There wasn't a whole lot of like taking care of anything. But if you want to last longer than a year or a song or a couple of years, you know, I've been fortunate enough to be able to be contributing and sharing for over 10 years. Thank you very much. So, and you know, I mean what I say when I have a show. I want to show up. I want to give my best that I possibly can. And last tour, I did 151 shows, never missed one. And this tour, I'm on 60-something and haven't missed one. And I'm just doing it by the grace of God.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That deserves some applause. That's incredible. Another question from Ryan M., who asks, when are you going to get your Witness the Tour tattoo?
Oh my gosh, Ryan M., you know me. So I get a tattoo, something that I wouldn't advise that you guys would be doing until you're 18. Not even like with, anyways. But when you're 18, I got my first tattoo at 18. But I get a tattoo every time I complete a tour, because when I complete a tour, it's been pretty extensive. It's been pretty grueling. I've seen a lot. I've been through a lot behind the scenes, on the stage. You know, personally, sometimes it's very taxing. I am spent. I am totally paper thin, spent, tired. You know, I just want to like sleep in bed with my dog Nugget for a week at least, please. And I always say that if you know, when we get to complete a tour, we shed a little blood together. It's like a weird ritual, right? So by shedding blood, meaning we all get the same tattoo, and I have 3 tattoos that would signify 3 tours, and this is my 4th tour. So on my very first tour, which was the Hello Katy tour, like Hello Kitty, but not, but I still love Hello Kitty, was fruit themed, and it's a strawberry. So I got that one. A lot of people got that. And then the next one was the California Dreams Tour, which was all candy.
Yep.
And I got a peppermint swirl there.
They all have faces on them.
They all have faces on them. Yeah, that's what you said. And then I got a triangle for the Prismatic World Tour that has a rainbow in it. And the next one I'm going to get towards the end, so probably in July. And I think it'll be an eye, because it's all about witnessing.
And where?
I don't know yet, because I got a cherry blossom over here in Japan one time, so I should have just done it there, but I did that. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll post it on social media, maybe.
I just might.
There you go.
It would be postable. Don't we post everything on social media now? Does it even exist if we don't post about it? I'm just kidding.
Something to think about.
Yeah, something to think about.
Emma K., this is our last one. Shout out to Emma K., asks, have you eaten anything new on tour?
Where's Knock? Hey, Tamara. I'm just yelling names now.
Anything new?
Michelle.
Any snacks?
Oh, yeah, Din Tai Fung.
What is that? What? Tell us more.
It's dumplings. It's soup dumplings. They're so good, and you can't eat. Listen, you gotta practice patience when you eat them. But here's the thing: I like bite-sized things. I like snacks. Did I say that? I like to put things in my mouth that are complete you know, like a tapas or something like that. I don't mind like getting messy and eating like a major New York slice of pizza, but I would prefer it to be like bite size, right? And dumplings are so perfect. They're so beautiful. They're such a great, like tacos, tiny tacos, like the real authentico, like tacos, the carne asada, like, that's what I want, tiny ones. And then I want the dumplings. Ooh, I'm hungry now. Yeah, right. Tamara, have we eaten anything really, really weird on tour? Oh, I ate rainbow pasta in Tokyo. Right? I went to this place called the Monster Cafe. And if you ever get the opportunity to go to Tokyo, I must highly suggest you just go to Tokyo because it's like the future. It's like a cartoon. It's like otherworldly. So I ate pasta that was rainbow.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. And they and they have cotton candy that's like shaped like spaceships. I'm not kidding. And like they're this big and they're all of the colors and they're perfect. What else is in Tokyo as far as to eat?
If you can see, imagine her whole team's just lined up on
Oh
the
my
wall
gosh.
right now.
You know what I did eat? One last thing I'm going to talk about. One last thing that I ate.
This is your live stream.
Okay, this is my live stream. So I went to a Disneyland. I love Disneyland so much. It's my favorite place to go. And I went to the Disneyland in Hong Kong, and I had dumplings afterwards. And you know what they were shaped like? They were shaped like the alien Mars guys in Toy Story. I couldn't even eat them. They were so good. Oh, and Eve, what's the kid's name? What's the gut? From Frozen, the snowman. Olaf. They were sorry.
They were all shaped.
They were shaped like Olaf. I couldn't eat them, but they were this big and they had little eyes. And they were filled with pork, and I like that. And I couldn't eat them.
Well, that's good too.
But I ended up eating them.
Okay. Katy Perry, you are fabulous. Always something new to learn from you.
Really? I don't know if you learned anything.
Yes, we did. A lot of
I hope
new
it was
insights.
okay and not a complete waste of time. Hi, everybody on the internet. Love you. Write me.
It's never a waste of time. You are incredible as us together. If you missed any of this live stream, don't worry because it's all on Xfinity's Facebook page.
That's correct.
24/7, whether we like it or not. Forever.
Can I make an edit of some of these things because they were weird?
I think it's about being raw and real.
Okay, fine.
Unedited.
Okay, great.
Right?
You're right.
There's nothing to be afraid of.
You know what? You're absolutely right. To fear nothing means that you're living like totally 100% like presently and spiritually, all that stuff.
Full life. We could keep going. And for Xfinity customers to check out all the behind the scenes from Witness the Tour, which you definitely want to see.
Yeah, they're
all you have to do.
Fun.
Yeah, it's really fun. Say Katy Perry into your X1.
I'll show you how to do it.
Remote.
Let me show you. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'll just do like a small demo.
Okay, whatever you want to do. It's your stage.
I just want to say thank you to Xfinity for allowing me to document all of the tour in the USA and to meet my really cool friend, Tim. And if you want to see more, all you do is you press a button on here and they'll tell you they'll like add this later. And you say, Katy Perry.
And that was our demo, right?
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah, it's so easy.
That's why it's awesome.
I love it.
Hi, can I order
And that does it for today's
double?
show. I'm Shira Lazar. Thanks for tuning in.
I need a double with cheese and a strawberry milkshake. Yes. No? I'll take a Scooby snack for nugget. No salt. Yes. Thank you so much. You can't order in and out on a Xfinity.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
But that was fun to watch, though.
All
That was
right.
fun to watch. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in. That was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.